say, this being a UCI event, usually here at the Velodrome, if somebody has a mechanical, they will let them re-ride, but I'm not sure about international rules, what that says. We'll just have to wait and see.
So here is Walker again, and he'll be going against Velodrome from Canada. And Walker took the first one, so he wants to close this out now in 2 also.
This is for the gold and silver medal.
So here we go. Dan Walker starting on the bottom.
Maybe the future of U.S. cycling here. Dan Walker from the United States.
And I think we're getting word. You were right there, Mr. Graver. They are going to rerun that match.
Good. It's not quite fair if they don't do it because you have a mechanical like that. If it's the rider's fault, well, then, maybe they shouldn't let you re-ride. But having a mechanical like that, it's not your fault. Let them do it over.
So here they come now. Under that nice scoreboard out there, you see the 2 riders' names. And now Walker is taking a little bit of a lead as they head into turn 3. And they're going to go now just about around the track. We'll see if somebody jumps out here and makes a move. And here they go. You hear the bell for the final lap here in the sprint. This is for gold and silver, or I guess the 3rd race is what I should say. As Walker hangs in there. Now dips down low in turn 1 and turn 2.
Dan Walker keeping Velodrome there high up on the track, and Velodrome able to come underneath. Gets up out of the saddle, hits the gas a little bit for the final 200 meters.
Here they come around turn 3 and turn 4. Walker has gained ground. He's going to come around, try and take him on the top. So now they've each won a heat, and that one's going to be determined by a 3rd. The tiebreaker is going to come up.
Looks like we have 2 very equally matched riders there when you have 1-to-1 in the sprint tournament. That's very exciting stuff. And there you see Velodrome there was high up on the track. He was able to get underneath Dan Walker. Very good tactical move there. And is able to stay at the front till the very end.
Made a move, did Walker, but just a little bit behind him, as you saw there in that finish shot.
That's the fun part about these match sprints, Jim, is the fastest guy doesn't always win. It's almost like a rolling chess match here. You have to use tactics, and you can win your event if you use your brain.
So a lot of thought going on here. It looks simple enough, but really strategy comes into play. Staying high on the track, dropping low on the track. And we saw a lot of races where there were, larger numbers of riders on the track. There, you don't want to get caught in the pack. And here we're going to see Liz Reap and Carrie Mears. This is for 3rd and 4th place. This is the 2nd ride for each of them.
And Carrie Mears ended up winning the 1st ride for 3rd and 4th place.
And her sister Anna Mears will race next for 1st and 2nd. But let's get Carrie on her way here before we start to look at Anna. And Carrie did win this first one.
We'll see if Liz Reap changes her tactics a little bit, if she does something a little bit different.
Last time, actually, Liz almost held the lead the whole way, and then Carrie, I think, or did she? No, she jumped out and got in front of her, and Liz couldn't make up the ground.
Yep.
And were these the 2 that tried to do the track stand, I believe?
I don't think so.
No,
I think,
was it Reap?
Liz Reap kind of rode this at the bottom of the track, which was kind of interesting. We'll see if she does the same thing now. I think she'll probably want to stay higher up on the track, get that banking from the track, and pick up some speed.
And you see Mears with more of the open spoke wheel. And Liz Reap, of course, the back closed and regular spokes in the front. And here comes Mears, makes her move down low and takes the lead on Reap, but then forces her to the top of the track.
Mears here using maybe psychological game, having Liz Reap ride up and down the track.
I thought maybe a drafting game going on there between these two riders. Mears keeps her in her sights, though you could see it right there. Good camera shot.
Carrie Mears using very good bike control there. She's using the whole track, sweeping up and down.
And Liz, I don't think is going to be able to get her down the stretch.
Very good ride.
So strategically planned all the way by Mears, and she's going to knock off Liz Reed twice. And here it is, a look at the move she made.
Carrie Mears looked like she wanted to ride this from the front, and then she went to the back, and now she comes back up to the front again. Just kind of using that whole track up and down to maybe psych Liz Reed out a little bit. And it worked for her.
So there, a look at Mears as she's going to finish in third place. She'll pick up a bronze. Liz Reed finishes fourth. And there's a good shot of Carrie Mears. And now here's the re-ride on the men's junior. Or the junior and sprint, pardon me. This is, right.
This is Linnell Rockmore and William Lampy.
Right. This is for third and fourth place. Rockmore won the first one. There are graphics up there at the Valley Preferred Cycling Center.
Marty Notstein there holding Linnell Rockmore, giving last-minute encouragement, maybe some advice.
And now they're almost set to go. See what Rockmore does. And Lampy got the hardware checked. We don't want any malfunction on the gearing. No, there are no brakes. I almost said brakes. I've been pretty good about that. These, for those of you at home, these do not have any kind of braking on there.
No brakes and one gear. And 35 miles an hour.
What a combination. Talk about a triple threat. No brakes, one gear, and 35 miles an hour. But if you want to try to ride out here at the Velodrome, Jason reminds people every week that there are community programs. You can take advantage and get in here on this wonderful facility.
You can use the Velodrome's bikes for absolutely free. You get a coach of your own. Great programs out here for kids.
So Rockmore hangs on. He heads into turn 2. Tried to jump down. Couldn't. Was that a key point right there where he couldn't get down on the track where he wanted to?
What Linnell Rockmore wanted to do was stay at the front. At that point, I don't think he wanted to go to the back of this. I think he wanted to stay at the front. He got a good jump, and he was able to stay at the front, and it works out for him. Linnell Rockmore ends up in third place in the sprint tournament.
So takes the first 2, and a good job by Rockmore. They're holding him off down that back stretch. And the riders shake hands as they come around into turn 3. And now we'll go to the elite women's sprint. And this is going to be Anna Mears and Jenny Reed. And Anna Mears took the first one. And now would like to follow suit like her sister did and end this in 2 as Rockmore gives a high sign to the crowd.